My name is Nathan Putnam, and I am a General Manager for Living Cities Company. Living Cities is a community business based in Kingston, Ontario, and we've been operating here now for almost 2 years. We're essentially involved in trying to increase the sustainability of homes in the city, and we also have started work with institutions such as St. Lawrence College and Providence Care Psychiatric Hospital to bring agricultural programs into those settings as well. So one of the big projects that Living Cities is working on this summer is an urban farming initiative. What we've done is we've taken unused green space at a variety of sites throughout the city, and we've converted that into large urban gardens. You know, in the background here, this is at our Bagot Street location in the backyard of Extended Family Kingston, which is a nonprofit that works with children and adults with mental disabilities. And you know, they weren't using a good portion of their backyard, so we asked them if we would be able to take some of that green space and set up gardens there. And we've been here since last summer. Now, for this summer, we realized we were going to need a lot more space in this small site if we were going to grow for 30 people and 3 restaurants. So we started to approach other organizations in Kingston as well. And the first one that we went to was the Providence Care Hospital. It used to be a farm, you know, many, many years ago. The ground there is very good soil, and they have beautiful, you know, landscaped grounds just covered in grass that they have to water and cut every single week. And so we approached them and said, right, can we take a little small chunk of that? We're going to grow food here. We're going to take all of your organic waste from the hospital and compost it outside for you for free. You know, we're going to really form a good partnership. Would you be able to lend that space to us? And they approved us. They gave us a good chunk of space there, and it's been an excellent relationship from there on. Soon after we did that, though, we thought, well, let's see if we can find a bit more space in the city. I mean, we could have expanded and done a lot more at Providence Care, but we thought we'd start off small at that site, let them get used to the idea, and not overextend ourselves the first year. So we then approached St. Lawrence College, and they also were very interested in having us do it there. And the college has actually been very supportive of that partnership. They helped to promote the idea to some of their staff. They've even put out a radio advertisement about the program. And actually starting this fall, we're going to be teaching sustainable agriculture courses out of St. Lawrence College using the garden we've set up there as a teaching garden.
So this is a unique partnership for us. It's certainly using a piece of land that we didn't really have an immediate purpose for. There might be a purpose in the future, but it's a really good partnership for us in that way that we can contribute to the community. We're helping a small organization grow. There are students that are employed, so that's another great asset. And in future, you know, maybe next year we can have an even larger garden and even have more students employed by it, which would be great, which would develop more produce, and the CSA can grow as they should.
So the site here in the background is located in the backyard of Extended Family Kingston. And this was the first site we had. We started last summer with just a few of the little gardens here in the middle. And since then we have expanded out all the way inside this fenced-in area. Even the fence itself we've made from recycled materials. And as you can see, all the gardens are also made from scrap wood that we have recycled. Now, with the other garden sites like St. Lawrence College, we've built the beds as long, about 30-foot long gardens, and we grow patches of vegetables within there, and we rotate the patches through so that you never have the same thing growing in the same spot twice. At Extended Family, what we've done is we've actually separated the gardens into their own little rectangles. So in each of these patches, we have different vegetables growing, and we'll then rotate those crops through. In the background right now, you can see tomatoes, carrots, lettuce, you know, basil, onions. We've got all sorts of different things growing here, and we always make sure just to switch up what we're growing to eliminate disease and to make sure that we're not taking the same nutrients out of the soil all the time. In the background, you can probably see a couple of little chickens running around. We let them out occasionally to eat the pests in the garden. We don't use any chemicals in our operation, so keeping pests from eating our plants is always a bit of a concern. We try and grow more than we need to make sure that we don't lose a huge crop, and we try and plant a diverse amount of things. So I've mentioned we're growing tomatoes, lettuce. Even within that type of vegetable, we're growing 9 varieties of tomatoes. We're growing 6 varieties of lettuce. It's a way to try and limit damage to our crops. But one way we do also get rid of the pests is we let the chickens run around. The chickens are here in the city this summer as ambassadors for their kind. Kingston is considering changing the bylaw that currently prohibits the raising of birds in the city. And we've been taking them around to schools. They've been touring in public places, going out to some of the chicken events, and also participating in some agricultural education programs that we're running with the St. Lawrence Youth Association. And it's a way to try and let people know what chickens are like, why we'd like to have them in cities, show that they aren't so scary after all. But they are certainly a good addition to the garden. We let them outside to run around sometimes so that they can stretch their legs and eat bugs. And everywhere we have chickens, we don't have any pests afterwards. So this here is one of our birds. She's just 2 months old right now. We bought her day old and have been raising her since. She's raised off of a mixture of chicken feed, but also grass, lettuce that has become too old for us to give to people, and bugs from the gardens. This particular girl here, she's a silver gray Dorking, which is a breed that originated from the UK. They're very docile, very even-tempered. They lay a beautiful egg, and they're also in danger of going extinct. There's only 1,000 breeding females left in Ontario. So our hope is next year to get a rooster outside the city and contribute to repopulating. With everything we do with our gardens, we're trying to take vegetables and now animals as well that are in danger of being lost and help to bring them back. The vegetables we're growing here are all heirloom seeds, which means that they used to be grown in market gardens and backyards, and they've been phased out of the conventional production industry just because it's much more effective to grow one large monocrop of a hybrid variety. So what we're doing here is going the opposite way. We're growing 6 varieties of lettuce, which is much more labor intensive, but certainly it helps to contribute to biodiversity. This patch you're looking at right now has some lettuce which is well past mature, and we've taken out all the other ones which were going to go for food. The ones that are left behind were sort of the prize winners of their bunch, and we're saving them for seed. So instead of ordering a bunch of new seeds in each year, we actually save our own seeds from plants that have grown very well in Kingston, and that way we get a bunch of plants for next year which we know will grow well in Kingston, and we're helping to contribute then to preserving those seeds. The original concept behind Living Cities was, well, let's take urban agriculture as a theme here and try and bring that into cities, try and convince people that it's true, food's cheap right now, oil's cheap right now, we don't really need to do this, but maybe we should start thinking about it. Maybe we should build some capacity in there and bring agriculture back into people's lives, even if it's just as a hobby right now, so that if the time comes that we need to become self-reliant again, and self-sufficient in terms of food production, that knowledge is out there and that we have developed a Canadian system that's going to work here.